This is what you guys played? Did I run out of time on my other bumper? What was it? What was my last bumper? I'm sorry, I was printing up this Alaska.gov document that had to do with Ardent Century in the other room. I was a little bit late coming in. So apparently the run up to this, they've been doing June 15th, June 16th, but Thursday, June 18th, initial planning conference for the Alaska Shield 2010 Emergency Operations Center tabletop exercise. The EOC exercise will aid in the participation in the April 2010 full-scale exercise Alaska Shield 2010. Now, these have to do with FEMA all over the place. And, of course, the part that I wanted printed didn't print. My God, I cannot win. There was an actual calendar on there with Ardent Century and everything else outside of what I have in my hands. And it was very, very interesting. I wonder, I can't win. I can't print what I want to print. Whatever. All right, let's go back to Phil in Colorado. So, Phil, you're out. You're doing your actions on the 11th, and a bum comes up to you, and what does he say to you?
Well, we were wrapping up. We handed out all our DVDs, got all the truth out, and then so he pulls me and my cousin to the side, and he starts going off. He's like, I know about Bilderberg. He's like, I know about the Rothschilds. He's like, I know about all that stuff. And so then he was like, so you know what you do when they come to Colorado? He's like, you find them and you kill them. And this guy actually, if he was a Fed, he actually sucked at his job. So he's telling me that we got to kill him and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's not the answer. Our movement's not about violence. And right when he started talking about violence, it clicked in my head, like Alex Jones said, that it's probably a Fed. And I started looking at him. He's about 6 foot. He's got big old pot belly. He's got tattoos. His beard's real nice and trim, so I don't think it was a bum. So I tell him
as soon as they start talking about killing people, that's exactly what's going on. And you better believe it. And you were just surveilled, and you were just assessed, and they tried to entrap you into saying, yeah, let's go kill some people. Yeah, because that's what this is about.
So he told me that, and then I was like, whatever, it's not violence, and I'm pretty sure you're a Fed. And then and then I'm pretty sure he was, so he got mad at me. And he goes, don't you know we are Change Colorado's being surveilled? All you guys are being watched. He's like, we know what you guys are up to. So, and then he just kept going on about all that stuff. And then at the end, he's like, if you care about your family, you care about your mom, you'll stop doing this stuff, or your mom's going to get a bullet in her head.
Oh, that's very loving.
Really get us, trying to get us to stop doing what we're doing, but it totally didn't work.
And it's not going to work. It's only going to cause more resistance. I thank you for the call,
it just makes me want to go out more. And
you know what? Let's talk about the mainstream media, by the way, and their death, the death of the newspaper. Right now, if we could zoom out here, can we get one of these side shots? I want people to see my T-shirt. Now, I bought this T-shirt last night at Slave Mart, okay, right here. It's which one we got? Right there. It's an old Rolling Stone and Nirvana cover. Now, I bought it because number one, it was only $10. I happen to like Nirvana. I thought it was a cool T-shirt. Number two, the print industry is so dead right now that for this $10 with this shirt, I'm getting 12 free months of Rolling Stone. They are that desperate with no obligation to buy anything else. All I have to do is cancel my subscription before the next year is up and they send me something. Do you understand what that means? It used to be they could run advertisements and commercials all over television that if you buy right now, instead of having to pay $54.99 for a subscription, which already was a big discount, you'll pay $45.99 and we'll throw in, a T-shirt or a flag or a commemorative edition. Folks, the print industry is dead and they know it. They're grasping onto straws. They're trying to go through Slave Mart to get you hooked on the Rolling Stone. They're hoping that after the 12 months you forget and you pay full price. Otherwise, they're doomed. They're doomed. And they should be the way that, I grew up on, Hit Parader and the Rolling Stone and Spin Magazine and pop culture garbage. And now I read it and just some of it is just so revolting to me, I can't take it. But then other times I'm reading it and I am compelled and I am interested in people like Willie Nelson and Hulk Hogan. And especially when I'm in an airport, it gives me something to read. So I just wanted to kind of show that microcosm of how this print industry is dying all over, and they are desperately clawing to keep it alive. I mean, Nirvana is just one of the shirts. There's one of Johnny Cash. There's a Jimi Hendrix shirt. There's actually a Rage Against the Machine shirt, which I wish was a lot cooler, or I'd get that one. among others. All right, let's go to, I believe, Don in Indiana. Don, you're on the line.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
All right.
Hey, of course, blackjack again. If you calculate the 20th of June to December 12th, or December 31st, 2012, is exactly 3.5 years, like half the tribulation. Okay. Also, you need to get a hold of Steve Quayle. People have been calling me aside all last week saying that there's tanks being moved in the U.S. and a lot of troops being moved around. So, don't know.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, man. I'll check it out. Thank you for the call. Anonymous, you're on the air. Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, Jason. I have a couple things for you. I've been trying to send you some really good news articles, but I don't know what's going on with the Rob D email. It keeps kicking it back to me every single day.
Well, it could be, it's robd@infowars.com. Are you sending it to that?
Yep.
Well, make sure you're spelling it right. You got the @ in the right place, but it could be that his email is just full right now. The best way to get at me, folks, and I'm going to say it again, the best way to get at me are either through my Facebook or my MySpace page. My Facebook page is facebook.com/theinfowarrior, and my personal MySpace is myspace.com/Jason Bermas. Mix and match them. Give them to your friends. But that's where I get a lot of my news tips, and I check the emails there. So please hit me up there. I mean, I think that listeners to this show, at least a few of them, can attest to the fact that the majority of my news does come from listener tips.
Okay. Another thing is that I used to post different news articles to people on YouTube, and YouTube has blocked me from leaving messages now.
Oh, isn't that lovely? It's the new freedom. I mean, that's why it really is the new freedom. That's why they want things like the Cyberbullying Act. That's why they are creating a cybersecurity office, and they're going to have a czar. That's why the guy who was the precursor to this, working in cybersecurity for the Obama administration, had to resign because he was disgusted with what was going on. Anybody who's listening, again, they are openly tracking, tracing, and databasing on a hard drive every single thing you do on the internet and on your cell phone. So like I said, it's the new freedom. Big Brother is not coming. It is here. It's only going to get worse unless we stand up for ourselves. I thank you for the call. Bernie in New York. Bernie, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, what's up?
What's up, man?
I was just calling. I just got a quick question. I wanted to know if the Obama Deception 2 is still coming out July 4th.
I don't know if it's going to make July 4th, but I wouldn't be. I feel like that's going to be too early because some of the interviews are taking place, I think, in mid-June. I think that would be a miracle. I've seen miracles happen in this office before, but I think it might be slated for later in the summertime. I guess we'll see.
And one more question. Do you have a confirmed date for your movie?
I do not have a confirmed date for Invisible Empire, but the goal right now is to be able to release it on Christmas Eve of this year and have it to be the #1 viral video on Christmas morning, and really a gift to the establishment, if you will.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, thank you. Have a good night, man.
All right, thank you. Oh, I mean, there's just so much to go over that I wasn't able to go over this evening. Adam Kokesh, really just a great guest. This blackjack thing, I'm glad we're talking about it. I think it's kind of overblown. I didn't get to really get in depth to the fact that now NPR, and remember, you know, these progressives, these liberals, they love NPR. I don't know what it is about these people. I guess they're the people that grew up without any kind of physical conflict in their entire life, because they literally are listening to people who talk like this the entire time, and everything's going to be okay. Obama is a good person, and sunny skies with new cars and a green movement. We're just so happy everywhere. It's sunshine and rainbows and leprechauns and unicorns for everybody, and children with smiles on carousels. And that's how they talk on these programs. And people say, I heard it on NPR. I've done NPR shows. It's good to reach out to those people, but now it's, they're thinking about geoengineering, something, again, we've reported with more fervor over the last 5 to 10 years than anybody here at the Infowars office. Oh, they're going to geoengineer, and to stop the global warming, they're going to do cooling, and the cooling will actually take take place by them shooting pollutants into the atmosphere, and this is probably going to be good for everybody as we move towards a more sustainable future. Isn't that right, Carl? Yes, Jane, that's just wonderful that we're all going to have to drive slower automobiles that are more fuel efficient and pay a carbon tax and live in smaller homes. And, let's start bunking together. And I think it's really bad that Americans are using so much toilet paper. Oh, I agree. The toilet paper is out of control. And that's NPR for like 6 hours on end. It would drive me nuts. It would literally drive me nuts. Where's the soul? Where's the emotion? Where's the humanity? It's not there. I don't know how people listen to that radio. I guess it has a certain place. Mike Malloy, I guess, of Air America has a similar style before he gets mad. I kind of enjoyed Mike Malloy, but I need a little fervor. I need a little heart. I need a little humanity. I got to know that the person I'm listening to is real, that he believes in what he's talking to. He or she believes in what they're saying. They're getting behind what they're saying. They're not just reading off a script and saying, oh, well, this is the way it's going to be. I mean, these people are so desperate to fit into one category or the other. They're saying, yes, geoengineering is lovely and black skies for all.